Hi, and thanks for tuning in to Suite Talk with Taylor. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about networking. First off, it's important to know that when ConstructionSuite's installed on a computer, it creates its own unique database on that computer that stores projects, contacts, files, and more. If you have multiple licenses of ConstructionSuite, it's advised that you choose one of your licenses to act as a host database and let the other installations act as clients that connect into the host so that everyone's working on the same data without the need to constantly sync information. Let's use an example to help visualize this a little better. Let's say you have 3 computers running ConstructionSuite. Computers A, B, and C. This also means that you have databases A, B, and C on each of their respective computers. What you want to do is choose a host. In this case, let's just pick computer C, and always log into the database on computer C, regardless of which computer you're actually working at. This ensures that if the user at computer A creates a project, the users at computer B and C will immediately see that project on their ConstructionSuite interface, as long as they're logged into the correct database, in this case C. You can do this in ConstructionSuite using the server button on the login screen. So if I click the server button, you'll see that I have a list of databases on my network that I can log into, and each of these could potentially have its own set of projects. I'm going to enter my login credentials and choose to log into Ireland. In this case, I'm just using the default username and password ConstructionSuite provides, which is admin as the username with a blank password. Once logged in, you can see that I have many projects listed here, including Gory Remodel, Murphy Townhome, Cromwell Kitchen, etc. If I want to log out of this database and into another one just to see how it works, I can click the server name at the top of my window and choose yes to log out of this server and into another one. This will take me back to the login screen, where I can choose a different server if I would like to. Notice that when I try to log into Tanzania, that I get a message telling me that I have an invalid login. This is because each database has its own unique set of users, so I have to log in using credentials that have been created for this specific database. But more on that in just a moment. I'm going to log in using credentials that I actually know work on this computer. And once I'm in, you'll see that I have a completely different set of projects here than I did on Ireland. And if I create a new one here, there would be no indication that it was created when I'm back on the Ireland database. This is why you want to choose a single database that all users consistently log into. To create user logins on the host database, you'll want to go to the Tools menu at the top of your ConstructionSuite interface, and then go to the User Configuration section. Here you can see any existing users and also create new users using the Add User button, and enter details like the username and password, their privilege level, their first and last name, email, phone number, etc. You'll want to make sure that you have at least as many unique usernames as you do licenses, so that everyone using ConstructionSuite can work simultaneously. In order for computers to be able to communicate in this manner, they must be on the same network. So whether this is an office network, a VPN, or a wireless network is up to you, but keep in mind that performance will be largely based on the speed of your connection. The host computer must also be turned on in order to work on its database. If the computers can't communicate, ConstructionSuite won't be able to either. For more information on how to consolidate your information that you may already have in separate databases, contact us at 1-800-700-8321 or by email at support@uda1.com.